What's good, YouTube? TheHomieSmith back with another video, man, and today we are going to be talking about the absolute best 3 tips to get better at Mortal Kombat. Tip number 1, make training mode your best friend. And what I mean by that is go into training mode and just practice till you can't practice anymore. You want to work on your combos. There's a whole bunch of tutorials on YouTube showing combos for any character that you want to get better with. You want to get better with Aaron Black, go look up on YouTube tutorials. NOOB, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, anyone that you want to get better with. There's many tutorials on YouTube that you can go and look up and just practice the combos, just basic stuff. Also in training mode, make sure that with whatever character you're trying to get better with, make sure that you have all of their special moves memorized in the back of your head. You never know when you're gonna need to use that move in whatever situation. Just make sure you know all the character's special moves when you're having a fight. It's gonna come in handy because you'll know what move you need to do in which type of situation. So it's very important that you know all of their special moves. Another thing is punishing. Now in this game, if you see that you're doing a certain move after, you know, your opponent has let off a string of combos, you can see on the side of your screen it'll say punish. Pay close attention to that. You really want to practice your punishing moves, and what I mean by that is it's a certain move. Let it be just like, I don't know, a stand 1 or back 2 or something like that. It could be a combo string, it could be just like a regular hit. Make sure that you're practicing, you're punishing. Know which moves will punish the opponent if, you know, they mess up and hit the wrong button. But it's going to be different for each fight that you're having. The best thing to do is just, you have to adapt. You really have to adapt whenever you're playing in a match. Everyone plays different, you know, the computer's going to play fucking insane, but if you're going against a human opponent, definitely the best thing to do is just try to adapt. You also want to be able to whiff punish. You want to be able to whiff punish your opponent if they're letting off combo strings and you're nowhere near them. Know which moves have the specific range that to where you can punish them for just mashing buttons. That's the cool thing about it. Anybody that you're facing that's just button mashing, you can punish them. You can pull off a whip punish, so make sure you're trying to practice that. Also, another thing, you want to have your timing practiced very, like, extremely well. You want to be able to, you know, the speed of which you need to hit the buttons, and make sure you're really paying attention to, you know, why you can't pull off a move. It's a reason why you can't pull off a move. Either you're hitting something too early or hitting something too late. You want to practice your timing on when you're putting in button inputs. And since we're talking about timing, you can practice as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you know, some things are just pure luck. You're gonna come across this in online when you're playing with your homies, local. Everything can't be perfect, so there's gonna be, you know, some strikes of luck. You can practice and increase your odds tremendously, but at the end of the day, you can't predict everything. So just be sure to look out on that and just practice your timing and your spacing too. You really need to practice that. Learn how to bait out your opponent to, you know, let off a combo string so you can whip punish. I know it may seem boring, but training mode will literally be your best friend. If you want to get better at this game, you want to go into training mode and just sit down and just practice the combos, everything I've talked about so far. Spend a lot of time in training mode. That's what I was saying. You want to make training mode your playground. You want to go in here every day. If you're try hard like me and you want to get better and you want to be able to beat everybody, you want to go into training mode every day and just try to learn something new, try to perfect, you know, a strategy. Make training mode your home, man. Just go there every day, just hang out and just practice. Tip number 2, you want to go into online. You want to face human opponents. You're gonna come across people that suck, and you're gonna come across people that want to make you fucking pull your hair out. It's okay. Go into online and just play a ton of matches, a whole bunch of matches. What you want to do is try to implement your strategies and combos and all the stuff that you learn in the trainer mode, bring that into your online game and put it to the test. That's what it is. Online is, it's like a test of your skills, and it shows how much you can adapt to your opponent. I highly recommend that, you know, you save a few of your online matches because you want to go back and review your gameplay. I know it sounds boring, it sounds tedious, it sounds like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Well, if you don't feel like doing this, then you don't want to get better. It's as simple as that. Save some of your gameplay matches of you playing online, and you know, later on go back through your gameplay and just watch how you behave against a human opponent. Like I said, you're gonna come across people that's really good and people that's, you know, just fucking terrible, just derps. Watch how you behave to your opponent and see, you know, where you're going wrong, and watch out for common patterns which lead to you losing matches. The ultimate goal is that you want to get better, you want to win more matches, you want to climb the ranks. We trying to eat, we trying to win. So go ahead and review your gameplay, man. Trust me, I stand 100% behind what I'm telling you. I honestly think this shit is gonna lead you to a god level. Okay, my third and final tip is watch the pros. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't use their resources that they have at hand, but watch the pros, man. I'm not even gonna lie. For the longest, I didn't know that fighting games had tournaments and shit like that. Go on YouTube and look up Mortal Kombat tournaments. See what the professionals are doing. Just try your best to replicate it. A lot of times we just replicating each other, right? So watch what the pros do and try to mimic it. It's okay. It's not like you're, you know, stealing their way of playing. Through all of that, you'll pick and choose what you want from any pro player that, you know, you're watching. They all have their strengths, they all have their weaknesses, but just mimic what they do, and I promise you, you'll see, you know, dramatic changes in how you play and how many matches you're winning and whatnot. And you know, like I said, you're not stealing the way they play. Eventually, through all of that, you'll end up developing your own style of playing. You'll figure out if you're a more passive player, if you like playing zone, if you like being aggressive. You'll figure out your style, and you'll know, you know, how you want to beat your opponent. So highly recommend that you go on to YouTube and you look at Mortal Kombat tournaments and just watch the pros. But you have to be smart about it. You can't just watch just to be watching like, oh shit, this dude is fucking good as fuck. No, you have to watch and you have to learn. You have to really sit there and be critical about it. And with that, it's gonna be my that was my final tip. And trust me, I 100%, like I said earlier, 100% fully stand behind all three of my tips that I just gave you. I honestly think that these 3 tips will lead you to more wins, less rage, at least for you, and overall just a more fun experience with the game. And with that, I will catch y'all in the next video.